Leo, welcome to your mid-May 2022 General Tarot Update. It's Rena here. The heart of the matter is the Queen of Pentacles. This is such a card of the happy homemaker, which, Leo, if you're a woman, you're a masculine sign, you tend to be a career woman. The home isn't necessarily where you spend a lot of time. Now, maybe it is. Maybe you have inner plants and Cancer and you're very much a homebody. But in general, this is about enjoying your home, enjoying the fruits of your labor. This can be like really getting in touch with nature, getting in touch with your feminine side. And if you're a male, hey, you can get in touch with your feminine side too. It's a free country. But I always think of Leos as royalty. So that is a place where you can shine, where you can feel that sense of being on your throne. And I'm not talking about the, the bathroom. In the past position, the Ace of Swords has made your life clear, your path clear. Maybe you've actually done the clearing of your path in order to gain that mental clarity. So in order to start anew, you've had to kind of, what's that, the word meaning, like declutter, but it's not necessarily even physically, but your thoughts, your desires, so that you can have what it is that you need at this time in your life. Because with the Queen of Pentacles, it's a very grounded time. Everything feels down to earth. Not something that is too complicated, too intangible, but just simple pleasures maybe. But it's also, I want to say with the Queen of Pentacles, it can be enjoying abundance. It's not necessarily that you're not living large. You could be, but you know what's important in life, because the Ace of Swords is gaining that really sharpening your clarity, because perhaps you were chasing the wrong things. And I'm trying to think if there's any transits that could have honed this in for you. We just had a solar eclipse, and it was actually in your house of career. So it's possible that that brought awareness to what's really important to you when it comes to career matters, and maybe it wasn't out there. Maybe you want to stay closer to home, even if you are pursuing a career or business, your own business. The higher message is the Nine of Wands, and this is a card of boundaries. And for instance, maybe you have been saying yes to too many things. Leos are known as workaholics. And that may have made it hard for you to say no to projects if you're working for someone else and you didn't have, the Queen can be the mother. If you really have felt like you need to be at home and be with your children more, that you've had to put your foot down about certain demands that are placed on you career-wise. The Nine of Wands can also be if there's some kind of relationship issue. Definitely, as we get into the middle of May, we're going to be at the beginning of a Mercury retrograde. So you might hear from someone that you have let go of out of your life, trying to come back. And if you don't have firm boundaries, you might go back with that person. They may say the right thing, and you're the queen of your castle. You have you have already established yourself and you don't want to go backwards. It's really funny. I think of Leo as a very powerful sign, but I think that the Achilles heel for Leo sometimes is personal relationships or romances, because you are a very romantic and generous person, and you may love very deeply, but at a cost, at a price for your own well-being sometimes. So you have to have those boundaries. What crosses you is the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, the Mercury retrograde. That certainly could be it. But because pages can be messages or Mercury. But this may be some kind of new business that is not able to take root, take off the ground. So if this is something you're doing and it has like a home-based business, this is a time until the end of June when things can be up in the air. So if you had planned on launching and things are going wonky, I've already had situations with Mercury retrograde even before the actual date, because it's in a shadow period. The end of June is going to be more advantageous for those kinds of things. So right around the summer solstice, right before it, is when the next green light portal until sometime in August, when we're going to have personal plants direct, and you might find that things that you launch are going to take root faster. It's not that you can't do it, but you're going to have to deal with the check getting lost in the mail, or which could literally be the Page of Pentacles in reverse. If you're waiting for something and it doesn't materialize, just track it down. Don't just assume that it'll get resolved on its own. But this is a great card. What's coming in? The Wheel of Fortune, that sense of alignment. Maybe this has to do with Jupiter and a fellow fire sign in Aries. I have a video up about how this will affect Leo when Jupiter goes into Aries starting on May 10th. So you can check my channel for that if you're interested. This may be a great time for you to be doing whatever it is that you're doing, whatever your project is, if you're starting a business or something like that. It's like everything is in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune. But again, maybe it's going to be several weeks before things start to gel. Who knows? The outcome is the Temperance card, associated with Sagittarius. And even with timing, we do have a full moon in mid-June, and that might be when you finish, you're putting the finishing touches on a new business. The fifth house is the business that you own, and that's where Sagittarius is for you. So that could be the finishing touches on that and starting to launch. And the idea is also with this card, anything to do with a healing type of a business, that this might be indicated, that you are the healer. Even with the Queen of Pentacles, I can see something with that, something natural healing. And yeah, it's interesting. The Wheel of Fortune is connected to Jupiter. I was just thinking about in terms of the aspects. I wasn't even thinking about the planets. So Jupiter and Sagittarius is the Temperance card. So perhaps there's something going on. Maybe you're going to travel somewhere And that's going to be your the way that you balance yourself. The temperance can be about balancing the spiritual and the material. And especially if this is some kind of a business venture that is involved in the healing arts, it has both of those outcomes, because it's healing the body, but it's also balancing the spirit. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a personal reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.